Well, winter is definitely coming to the Niagara region. This weekend I moved my snowmobile trailer into my yard and moved the pop-up into the winter storage location. But there is still a lot of riding left for your adventure or dual sport bike if you have yourself a good coat. Now both Karl and I purchased these hot coats, these HWK coats in the spring, and have ridden with them all season. So today he's going to come over and the two of us are going to give you our review on this budget-minded coat today on Dino's Tinker Shed. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dino.
Karl.
Today we're going to take a look at this HWK Hawk jacket that Karl and I both purchased off of Amazon.ca. So Karl, why did you choose this particular coat?
Well, I got rid of my bikes, wasn't going to get another one, and decided I'm going to get another bike. So my other coat was kind of worn from 10 years of use. It was rather expensive. And I thought, let's look on Amazon, see if they have. And looked at this one, read the specs and all that stuff. Price is right at $85 or whatever, under $100.
Under $100, yeah.
Has the armor, high vis, looks good, lots of pockets, air vents. Give it a go.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I sold my last motorcycle in 2009, so when I bought the DR650, I needed a new riding jacket. I was really interested in buying something that was this high-vis color too. My last jacket was snow white and it worked pretty well, but I know you had a fluorescent yellow jacket like this a long time ago.
Yeah, Olympia. I had an Olympia, which is really good. Good name, good brand.
Yeah.
But they're a little expensive. Maybe you get what you pay for, I guess. But this one seemed to, I don't know, check all the boxes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, I wanted something with a lot of storage. This one has, I think, 4 pockets on the front. It's got a huge mat pocket at the back. And it even has an interior pocket, like a big one for your cell phone, and a small zippered one that's all waterproof that you can put your insurance in or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it comes with an all-season liner that still has another pocket in here that's completely waterproof is a good selling feature.
Yeah, it's a good coat. I don't have a problem with it at all. You know, maybe it has a few shortcomings, but it's got the rated armor, good armor.
It does,
not
yeah.
Some jokey stuff in the back, elbows and that.
Yeah.
And
and the stitching's good on it.
Stitching's great. It's got YKK zippers.
Yeah.
The buttons, snaps, everything works nice. It's well made. There's nothing wrong with the stitching or anything. A lot of work went into this. And for the money, I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, I do too. And you mentioned the armor, and I know I was a little skeptical of the armor at first. I kind of had some people tell me, it's an $85 or $81 jacket, whatever it was, that armor is not going to really be very good, even though they say. But when you pull the armor out of this, it's actually stamped on it that it meets the European and North American standard for motorcycle armor. Mm-hmm. It looks really good, and it fits really well in the pockets. They don't float around, which is something you want with armor. I've never had a jacket with armor in it. This one fits well, you don't notice it, but you know it's there. It gives you that comfort of knowing that you have that protection.
And it's made in Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
and HWK is the brand, the name on it, but this coat might be made for others. Like it could be, they could put another logo on this coat and sell it as maybe it's a Yamaha coat or a Suzuki
or BMW
coat.
or
whatever. And they make it to a spec, and it's.
I agree. I think if you change HWK to BMW, the coat would go from $85 to $350 pretty fast.
Yeah, it's the big empty wallet.
Yeah, and I am sure that there are better quality coats out there in the market.
There's nice stuff out there. Yeah,
I know that from snowmobiling. Like you buy a Klim, it's a super high quality coat. But you and I both ridden in this in the rain, at night, all that. It seems to be waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
The fluorescent piping on it's very bright, and it's comfortable. I know you had talked about how the neck on your older coats used to bother you.
Yeah,
right?
sometimes you get chafing when you're pivoting your neck, like looking around for traffic and all that. You're after a while you get kind of you're pulling your inner shirt up to kind of block it out.
Yeah.
And this one here, it's great. It's got a nice, was it neoprene?
I think it's neoprene, right around. It's about
So
I don't know, 10 millimeters, about half an
so-
inch wide, all the way around
So
the
good
the
thought
neck
went
collar.
into it. It wasn't just something they chucked together.
Yeah, and I know, like you had mentioned the YKK zippers. The zipper itself is triple sealed, so it has Velcro, and then it's got another piece of Velcro, and then the zipper itself. So wind resistance, rain resistance. You don't really get a lot of penetration through the.
How they make it for that price, I don't know.
It's crazy. The only thing I did notice with the zippers, and I don't think this is a problem with the zipper so much as just the way these vents work on most coats, is when you do open or close the venting on them, sometimes that mesh fiber that's in there does get caught in the zipper and you have to take your time. And the shoulder vents maybe are a little smaller, but they fit very well and they puff out well and they pull air, and at least that's what I found with it.
I found my other coats, you always had to open the vents when you're stopped, like trying to drive along and trying to unzip them because it's getting hot. Pull over because it always gets, you can jam up the zipper and then you got to pull the fabric, go to the zipper and all that. So pull over, open the zippers up for the ventilation, and you're good.
And I mean, adjustability wise is one thing that was important to me. Like, I'm a bigger guy. These coats do come from small to 5XL. So I bought a 3XL, and it fits really, really good for me. And it does have adjustments both under the shoulders, at the waist, and down right at your hips as well. So I ride it fairly loose. I like a lot of air movement through my coat. But you can cinch it down so it's quite form-fitting. The one thing I did notice with mine is, because I ride the coat fairly loose, some of the mesh inside of the coat that rubs against my back started to sort of wear a little bit and prill up. But I think that's just because I ride it fairly sloppy,
around,
right? Yeah. So I mean, it is made out of 600D Cordura nylon. Like you said, the safety pads are rated as per European and American ratings, which means they do have some slide rating to them. And the jacket is supposed to be 100% waterproof. I don't know. We've ridden in the rain a couple times with them, and I've stayed dry.
Yeah, you got to be in the monsoon for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You find out what's waterproof.
What do you say we test it a little bit more out in the backyard?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't I put this on, and I'm going to put on the matching pants. We're not talking about pants today, but we also bought matching riding pants, which have a lot of good features as well, and we'll maybe do a review on those in the future.
They seem decent.
But I'll put those on, so the suit's on, and then we'll see how waterproof it is today on this rainy day. All right?
Great. Sounds
Okay,
good.
let's do that. Good. So Karl and I decided the easiest way to test the waterproofness of it was to sit me in a lounge chair similar to how I might sit on the DR, and he basically just saturated me with the garden hose for about 10 minutes. So he moved it around, mostly focusing on the coat, but we also tested the pants here at the same time. And you can see he's focusing the rain in different spots on my body. Now, this was really pretty good. The coat really does what it said it's going to do. What I didn't realize is I thought I lost the original footage, so we ended up actually doing the test twice. The following day, we set the lounge chair back up, and it was another 10-minute shower for Dino. Karl didn't seem to mind at all, though. He just kept poking and prodding away, looking for spots. I would say I didn't tighten the cuffs up very good around the gloves. You get a little bit of water in there too, but that really was just my own stupidity for not doing up the cuffs.
The pants are perfect. The coat's good everywhere except for like around the neck. Yep.
3 hours later.
What's that?
3 hours
Yeah.
later.
When you spray it right here,
Yeah.
it kind of finds its way in
I
here.
thought so. I just wanted to check the neck, you know how tight it's been on the neck. Real hoser, eh?
I'm a real Canadian hoser.
Real hoser.
Holy cow. All right, so the helmet's waterproof. I think
the coat's waterproof,
Yeah.
except for, you know, areas like around your neck and that when someone sprays you directly.
Yeah. Like
So-
the rain really coming hard.
Yeah, but I think overall, like my arms are nice and dry, my chest here where it all got in under the collar. But overall, I got a little wet on the chest area. But again, I think that's just from coming in around the neck, not the coat
Not much
itself.
came in around the neck, eh?
Quite a bit coming in around the neck. But overall, like the rest of me's
Yeah,
dry.
no.
My arms are dry, everything's
Yeah,
dry.
right.
So I think, you know, as long as you don't have someone spraying you with a hose,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty waterproof. And you can actually see it's beating off the
Yeah.
coat. The pants, I know we're not reviewing the pants. Pants are 100% waterproof.
Yeah.
There's nothing got through that
No, I
inner
think so.
liner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's pretty good, Carl. Well, Carl, I do think the coat's pretty waterproof. I know my arms, my legs, all that were really dry. The only spot that really got wet was right around in here. It was almost like the storm was focusing
It was a
itself
direct hit.
on my neck.
Yeah, you got
But I think in most riding conditions, you're never going to have that much impact in there. And I could have probably tightened the neck collar down a little bit more. I really just had it riding kind of loose. Overall, I think the coat's a pretty good value.
Yeah.
I mean, for the cost, right? For $85 or whatever it
Yeah.
was, I'm going to get 3, maybe 4 good seasons out of this before I need to swap it out. And, you know, that to me is pretty good. I don't think you're going to get much more functional use out of a coat that's 3 times the price of this or 4 times the price of this. I really don't. What are your thoughts?
I think for the price of it, the value, it's excellent. Excellent coat. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. And I would say again, there are probably better coats out on the market. We're not saying this is the greatest coat
No.
that you're ever going to get. What we're saying is it's for the price you pay.
Good for some girl or guy getting into bikes, entry level coat.
Yeah.
You know, you're not sure, you don't want to spend a fortune on a coat.
That's right.
You really get into it, go
Yeah.
on and get a really high end coat if you like. But this coat checks all the boxes, I think.
Does exactly what it says it does. It provides good water protection, good storage and ventilation. It's well made. I really like it. So
Yeah.
I guess that brings us to your portion of the Karl rating on the Gonginator.
Well, the rating is out of 5.
Yes.
5 gongs is like, can't be beat. And I think I'm going to give it 4.
4 gongs. That's pretty good. That's an 80% rating, Carl. I would agree with that. So
And I don't tap lightly on the gong.
I see that. No, I see that. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, it's a good value.
So, okay. Well, I think that about wraps us up for this episode. For Dino's Tinker Shed, I'm Dino,
Carl?
and we'll see you soon. Ride safe. It's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.